Check. T-T-T-T-ta-ta. Hi. I've gotten a lot of requests to do I almost said lyric video, like a how to scream kind of thing. I've been in a lot of metal bands and just singing in general for, I'd say, like 15 years or so. So I'm no like seasoned veteran because I'm not in a f***ing signed band, but I'm no spring chicken. I've picked up a few tips that I think I could share. You hear my dog messing up my f***ing video? Silence! First things first, I want to kind of a little disclaimer here. This is definitely not a, you know, how to be safe and not hurt your voice and blah, blah, blah. Here's the deal, to be totally honest with you, like the Melissa Cross DVDs, Zen of Screaming and stuff like that, I think are great tools, but I think they're being used at the wrong time a lot. To me, those DVDs are better suited for people who already know how to scream, or people who you've already found your sound and you've put in you've paid your dues, you got your chops. Now you're in a position where you're going to be playing a lot, or you know, playing a lot of shows or touring or whatever, and then so you, out of necessity, you have to learn to tone down so you don't blow your throat out, right? Which is fine, but pardon me, gross. Being in a metal band and wanting to scream and do those kinds of lyrics and stuff, you know, it's all about being pissed off or passionate about something, or it's intense, it's guttural, it's natural, you know. So it seems really weird to me to kind of water it down and break it down into a series of like steps. It's something it's almost like you're emulating screaming because that's what you're supposed to do, because that's what that genre calls for, not because you're screaming because you're pissed. You see what I'm saying? Moving along, here are the things you're going to need to be able to scream. Number 1, sunglasses. Number 2, mustache. And what you're actually going to need for real is a microphone and some kind of amplification, or even just having your computer and plugging a microphone into it so you can record yourself or at least hear yourself. You can start by just yelling into the air, which is okay, but that's not what it's like at all. Like, it's a really bad representation of what it's going to be like when you actually plug in a microphone. You're going to be like, it's going to scare the shit out of you. It's going to be totally different. So it's better to start with a microphone and go from there. This is not going to be overly complicated because there's not a lot to it. A lot of the tutorial videos are very, well, you take your diaphragm and then you do a little squeezing, and then your vocal cords flap 3 times, and then you diaphragm, and then 4 flaps. Not fucking origami, people, you know what I mean? You're just screaming. You're doing what you do when you're excited or when you're pissed or whatever, but in a controlled way, and you're getting it to sound how you want it to sound. If you're good at doing voices, and you're good, like cartoon voices, or like, here's a robot, you know, and stuff like that, then you're already way ahead of the curve here. You've got a good advantage. For the kind of scream I want to do, well, here, let me just give you a little sample. I wrote up like a little song and like stupid lyrics, like temporary mock lyrics or whatever, just so you can hear a little snippet. So here's that. Okay, so that's how I scream. That's for the most part, you know. That's my main line, my go-to kind of scream. To do that, it's very much, it's just what it sounds like. It's like if you could whisper it, if you were like, and you, that's a good place to start. Try and kind of whisper and quietly do the tone of scream you want to have. Is it high, is it low, is it, you know, whatever. And then you want to learn to project to make it louder. And I'm not going to talk about throat here, pencil here. It's just, you have to be louder, and you might have to completely start over. If I can go, that doesn't mean I could just do it louder. It doesn't sound the same. You got to shape it and hone it. For me, it's very barky. And if I take the rasp out of it, right, it's all deep, and I slowly incorporate. You see what I'm saying? I incorporate kind of a rasp. So basically, from my understanding, a scream, it really just breaks down to kind of a tone and then incorporating rasp into it. To combine the two is something completely different. It just takes time. It takes time, it takes practice. Like I said, this isn't about being safe. You're gonna lose your voice. Your throat's gonna hurt. You're not gonna be able to sing for 2 days. You're gonna come back, you're gonna do it again, and then you can sing for 20 minutes before you lose your voice. You come back 2 days later, and then you can sing for an hour. And to me, that's just how it has to be. That's the best way to do it. That's the genuine way to do it. And of course, if you feel a tear or a pop or it starts getting overly uncomfortable or something, then definitely stop. You know, don't be like, there's not some secret to it. It's just, you gotta just practice and just scream and find your sound. And that's really all there is to it. If you have any questions or anything, just let me know and I'll try to help as best I can. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.